Hello, David. How are you? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine. And you?
I'm fine, thanks.
That's amazing. All right, let's please continue. And well, yesterday we started the new unit, unit number 3, in which we review vocabulary about movies, the movies, and actually how you make in all the professions related to movies. All right,
Yeah.
well, let's please. And how did you do with the practice in the end?
Oh, I think that was easy.
All right, perfect. That's amazing. Okay, well, let's please continue with grammar. And well, in unit number 3, I think it will be much simple than the other units because you will be able to review one more time one of the grammar structures that we have seen before, which is the present perfect. And that's the reason why I only here have the specific use because we have already seen the structure. So when are we going to use the present perfect? To express things you have done in your life. For example, she has never studied Japanese. To express numbers of times you have done something. For example, how many times have you tried to call her? To describe recently completed actions which are important now. I have some bad news. I've lost my job. To express situations that started in the past and are still true, like I've known James for 4 or 5 years. To describe unfinished actions or situations, like, please, can you read on this example?
Which one I can see? Oh, she hasn't. I read half of the book.
All right, and the next one, it says to express present result, please.
John has missed the bus, so he'll be late.
Yes, and well, this is the use of the present perfect tense. Here, we are going to do a conversation practice using the present perfect tense. Have you ever ridden a camel or an elephant in your life?
No, I haven't. I have. I have read a horse. I have rode a horse. I think that's the conjunction. I have ridden a
Okay.
horse.
And would you maybe like to ride any other animal, like maybe a camel, an elephant?
Yeah, I would like to ride a camel. Yeah, why not? Uh, I would like to ride an elephant, depending on the situation. If it's in a circus, I wouldn't like to.
All right. Here, the next question. Have you ever stayed awake for more than 24 hours?
Yes, I have. And that was awful.
Really? Please tell me that experience, if you can, of course.
Okay. Um, I was in high school and I had a big assignment for the next day. I was trying really hard to do it.
And how did your assignment turn out? Was
Uh,
it a success? Was it worth it?
I think that that was just average, an average grade. Not a
Okay.
bad one, not an excellent one, just average.
All right. Okay. And have you ever seen a famous person?
Well, let me remember. Yep, I saw this president, Rafael Correa. Do you know about him?
Yes, it's the president of Ecuador, right? Or was
Right,
the president?
Rafael Correa.
Yes. It was the president or it is the president?
Yeah, he visited El Salvador, and I said hello to him.
Oh, okay. All right. Any other famous person that you may
No,
have
not
seen?
I can remember. Maybe some TV presentators or TV hosts. Yeah, TV hosts.
Okay. And this question, number 4, have you ever swum in a lake?
Yeah, I have swum in a lake. Um, I like swimming. There are many lakes in El Salvador.
All right. And have you ever had a stomach ache?
Yes, I had a stomach ache a while ago, just a minutes ago.
Or really, what happened? Did you eat something bad?
I'm not really sure. Maybe I ate something dirty.
Right. And here, have you ever drunk something really strange?
So I haven't, and I wouldn't like to.
Really? Never ever?
No. Um, can you specify the word strange?
Like any not casual beverage for you? Not a beverage that you will drink on a typical day, for example?
No, no, no. I have never.
All right. And here, have you ever gotten an F on a test?
Well, unfortunately, yes, I have.
Oh my, and how did you feel about it?
Terrible. Um, um, some kind of experience I would like to talk about.
All right. That you would not like to talk about or you would like to talk about?
I wouldn't like. I wouldn't
Okay.
like to talk about.
All right. And have you ever bought something very unusual?
Let me see. No, never, never.
Is there something that you would like to maybe buy that it's very unusual?
Mm, hmm. Maybe something to eat,
Okay. Can you
like
mention what?
chocolate covered ants.
Okay. And well, have you ever fallen asleep at a boring movie?
Yes, I have.
And what
Um,
was the name of the movie?
I don't even remember. Um, it was an action movie about a girl in a leather suit, but I it I think that was boring, and I was kind of tired, so I fell asleep.
All right. Please finish this sentence. I have never because.
I have never been arrested because I have never committed a crime.
All right. Well, let's please move on. All right. So also in this unit, you're going to review the present perfect continuous tense that it's something that we have reviewed before. Nevertheless, here I am showing you again the charts that will specify the structure. As you know, for present perfect tenses, we are going to use the auxiliary have or has depending on the subjects and followed by been and the verb in the ing form, right? This is basically it. If you don't have any doubts or questions about the present perfect continuous, then you can start with the practice. Let me know. Or if you would like to have an explanation again of the structure, no problem.
No, I understand it.
Right, perfect. Please then work on this practice and that will be it. Let me know when you finish, please.
Okay, got it.
Great. And how did you do on this practice?
10 out of 10.
Amazing. All right. Well, let's please continue then. You don't have any further doubt or question, right, about this grammar tense, present perfect continuous?
No, I don't.
Okay, very good. So the next grammar topic that we are going to review is the participial adjectives. What are they specifically? Well, these are going to be adjectives that are going to be ending in ing or ed. And well, each and one of them have a description on their own and they have a specific meaning. Here we see a picture and we have a very brief description. These books are boring. Therefore, he is bored. Adjectives that end in ing describe the characteristic of a person, a thing, or a situation. It causes a feeling. These books are boring. We are describing a characteristic of these books. What do these books cause? They make people feel bored. Here, adjectives that end in ed describe a feeling or an emotion. It is how we feel about something. He is bored. This is his feeling right now. This feeling was caused by the books. He's not going to be bored for eternity. He feels bored for now, so it's temporary. And here we have some examples to compare the difference. Please, can you read on this first example?
I'm tired right now. My flight was tiring.
Yes. And the flight was tiring because it was a 12-hour flight. And here, please, the other example.
Public toilets are something sometimes disgusting. I am disgusted by the smell of them.
And the last one, please.
Your speech was inspiring. I'm now inspired to do great things in my life.
Correct. So ed describe a feeling or an emotion, no? The way you feel about something. Ing describe the characteristic of a person, a thing, a situation. All right. And this characteristic can cause a feeling. All right. So do you have any doubts or questions about participial adjectives?
No?
Great. Let's please work on the practice then. Well, in this practice, you are going to be choosing among adjectives that are ending with ing or ed according to the statement given. All right. So please work on the practice and let me know when you finish.
Got it.
Great. And how did you do on this practice?
10 out of 10.
All right, amazing. Okay, let's please continue. Next, we are going to review on embedded questions. And well, what are these embedded questions? Are statements, all right? First of all, embedded questions can be either questions or statements, all right? So basically, they are questions or statements inside another sentence or question. So statement, question, question, statement, question inside another question, right? And yes, here we have some examples to understand these better. What time is it? It's a question. And here we have an embedded question conformed by an statement and this question. Do you know what time is it? Statement and question. Did you do it? Here, statement inside another statement. I wonder if you did it. Here, question. Where is the gym? Embedded, please. Can you read on the example?
Could you tell me where the gym is?
Yes. And here, how much is it?
I have no idea how much it is.
Does he like vegetables?
Can you ask if he likes vegetables?
Correct. Don't you speak English?
But don't tell me you don't speak English.
And the last one, have you ever tried snake?
I wonder if you have ever tried a snake.
Perfect. Yes. To understand these better, we are going to be working on the structure specifically, okay, with examples. Here, so embedded questions are sentences that include embedded question, usually begins with common introductory phrases like, could you tell me? I'd like to know. I'm not sure. What do you know? Sorry, do you know? I wonder. Would you mind? Let's ask. So these are the most common introductory phrases that you're going to be using to form an embedded question. Here we have an example. Direct question. What work did he do best? Here we have an embedded question. Please, can you read on the example?
Example, okay. I like to know what work he did best.
Yes. And as you see here, there is like changing positions, right? Between the auxiliary and the subject. Here in the question was, did he? And here is he did best. Because it's a statement, right? Here was a question. Here, question. What is her name?
I wonder what her name is.
Correct. Here. If there is an auxiliary or to be, verb to be, included within the embedded question, the position of the subject and the auxiliary or to be verb needs to be reversed. And here we are going to see. Is the doctor available?
Could you tell me if the doctor is available?
Yes. And here, as you were able to see, the verb to be is going to be inverted, right? The doctor will come first instead of it. All right. Here, this and this. Change the position. What was his job here?
I wonder what his job was here.
Yes, again, so we are changing the position, right? On his and what? His job was. Here. Using verbal contraction at the end of the sentence is not acceptable in the case of embedded question. Please, here. How tall are they?
Hmm. Do you know how tall they are?
Yes.
How
And this one, the one that is incorrect?
they are? Do you know how
Yes.
tall they are?
Yes. So whenever you are making an embedded question, you cannot use contractions like here. It is not correct to say there, okay, didn't, or even don't, all right? Always do not, they are, complete form always. Here, direct question. How talkative is she? Here, please.
Can you tell me how talkative she is?
Yes. And we cannot say,
Can you tell me how talkative she is? I have a question.
yes.
I know it is grammatically incorrect, but do some people do it using
Well,
contractions?
I have to say that whenever we are talking specifically about embedded questions, people try not to follow and to make these mistakes. But you know, whenever people talk, make a conversation and have a conversation, they omit some grammar rules. They do, yes. But with writing, no omission at all. You must follow grammar rules. All right?
Okay.
Here, there are some questions which don't have any question words, and so they begin with an auxiliary verb. In such cases, embedded questions are introduced by whether, if, and whether or not. Here, whenever they don't have any question words or auxiliary verbs. For example, was she sick? Here we have an example, please.
Could you tell me if she was sick or not?
Yes, if, no? Yes. Or you can also say,
Could you tell me whether or not she was sick?
mhm,
Or
and yes, or
could you tell me whether she was sick or not?
correct. So you can use whether or not, whether, or if. These three are correct. If, whether or not, just whether. Direct question. Are you mad? Please.
Okay. I wonder if you're mad or not.
Mhm. Or,
I wonder whether or not you are mad.
or,
I wonder whether you're mad or not.
correct. And well, the last explanation. Sometimes the question word can be followed by an infinitive, as shown in the following example. Where could I look for her?
Could you tell
Here.
me where I could look for her?
Or you can also use an embedded question with an infinitive.
Could you tell me where to look for her?
Yeah. To look, infinitive. How should I prepare for a train journey?
I'm not sure how should I prepare for a train journey.
Or embedded with an infinitive.
I'm not sure how to prepare for a train journey.
Yes. At times, native English speakers tend to use embedded questions rather than direct questions while inquiring about something because it makes the question sound more polite. This is the specific use for embedded questions because it's more polite. Here we have an example. Direct question. When does the train leave for Chicago? And here, embedded question, please.
Can you please tell me when the train leaves for Chicago?
Correct. And as you see here, the difference is very, very clear. It sounds more polite to use an embedded question than a direct common question, right? When does the train leave for Chicago? Instead of, could you please tell me, right? Here is more polite. All right. So any doubt or question that you may have about embedded questions?
No.
All right. And well, these are the most common phrases that you are going to be using whenever you are writing your embedded, right? Let's please work on the practice. Yeah, there you go. Please work on the practice and let me know when you finish.
Okay, I'm done.
Great. And how did you do?
I got a 7 out of 10. I think I'm having trouble with embedded questions that include WH words.
All right. Would you like to check on your practice to see what were the mistakes maybe? Or
So
you,
yes, please.
okay,
Um,
sure.
how did they have this idea? And my answer was, I don't know how they have this idea.
All right, let's see, please. Let's give it a moment, please, so it can load. All right, great. Here it is. All right, great. Let's see. You are able to see, right? Great. So how did they have the idea? I don't know how they had the idea. All right. Yeah, the only thing here that is mistaken is this idea. You're using a demonstrative adjective, and here it was just using an article, not to express any idea, no, the idea
Oh,
as a general concept. And here you use a more specific, not this idea. This was the only mistake. All right. Generally talking about the structure, it is correct. Everything is correct. Like the structure that you use, I don't know how they had this idea. It's perfect. The only thing is here, the demonstrative adjective. It was just the article de, nothing else. All right. This is expressing a more specific idea. All right. Because you're using a demonstrative adjective. And here is just a general idea, okay, about some topic in general, generally talking. And here, have they found a flat? I don't know
I
if they found, I don't know if they have found a flat. Yeah, I don't know if they have found. Yes, because here you are using the auxiliary have, and you didn't include here the auxiliary. No, here after the subject, you had to include this auxiliary have. Do you understand this part, David? Here?
yes, I understand.
All right, very good. And here, whose socks are those? I don't know whose socks are mm, here. Remember that we said that whenever we are using to be auxiliary, they have to be at the end. Those are, all right? It had to become at the end. And here, whose socks are those? Oh, this one was repeated. Those are, again, everything is correct, but here, this part. How did it happen? I don't know how that or how it happened, right? It. And you use that also here. You are using a demonstrative adjective. And here is just using a subject, no? Regular subject. How did it happen? I don't know how it happened. So you see here, I think it was just technical. It was just as it is how that happened. Grammarly talking in context, this one could be acceptable if we didn't have a previous state, no statement to change. But I think this one And also this one are correct according to like expressing. Now this one is expressing about a specific idea that maybe these people have, this subject they. And this one could be correct because you're also using a demonstrative action, right? That happened. Maybe something that happened before, but you really have to be careful on this part, all right? Whenever you are changing statements, for example, you really have to look on all of the words. But if you were creating your own personal embedded questions, all of them would be correct. Or besides these two, right? Because they're not following the grammar. But the rest are great.
Thank you.
All right. Well, let's please move on. And because in this unit we talk about the movies, we are going to also have a conversation about your favorite movie. Well, let's please go on to the first question. Do you usually watch movies at home or at a movie theater?
Okay, I like both of them. I When I was studying, I would usually go to the movies with my friends because we all like um, superhero movies, and those movies are trendy right now. But now I can't see my friends anymore since we start working.
Right. And well, here is watching movies at the theater more interesting than watching movies at home? Personally, what is your opinion?
Hmm, I think both of them are enjoyable, but um, people enjoy going to the movies because movie theaters have great seats and good audio systems, and they also enjoy the air conditioner. So if a likable movie is on the theater, yeah, I would enjoy going to the movies.
All right. How often do you go to the movie theater?
I don't go to the movie theater very often. Hmm, if the pandemic wasn't a thing, I think I would go to the movie theater once a month.
All right. And what's your favorite type of movie? What movie of that type do you like?
I like fiction movies like Star Wars, Harry Potter, or Marvel superhero movies.
All right. Like science fiction movies type, right?
Mhm. Yep.
All right. And well, what's that movie? Oh, okay. What's your okay? So you said Avengers and everything. No, Marvel. Was that movie adapted from a book? The
Um,
movie that you mentioned?
yeah, the Harry Potter saga were adapted from a book.
Right. Who are the actors or actresses in the movie?
Mm, and Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, Rupert Grint. besides others.
All right. And what was it recommended by your friend, your teacher, or a family member?
No, no, it was not recommended.
Okay, so
Uh,
you yourself took the decision to watch it.
yeah, I decided to watch those movies because I like the books.
All right. And here, was the movie in your mother language or in English when you watched it?
Oh, it was in English with subtitles. Now
All
I
right.
don't need the subtitles anymore.
Mm-hmm. And should children watch violent movies?
No, I think it is very irresponsible to allow children to watch violent movies. That's what terrible parents would do.
Mm-hmm. All right. And what's the most important factor of a great movie?
Hmm, the most important factor is a good story.
All right. Only a good story?
Yeah, and good characters. Some characters people would um, feel connected, but connected to yeah,
Okay.
characters people would um, be familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the word characters people could easily be identified with.
All right. Will be easily to identify. Okay. All right. Well, this is it for unit number 3. And well, tonight I will also be assigning you everything related to this unit. All right?
All right.
And you will also have today to work on all the assignments. So how are you doing with the assignments?
Okay, I start. So I think I will finish unit number 1 today.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm planning on working on unit number 2 tomorrow.
Okay, all right. But you're checking on the dates and hours, right?
Right. I only
Okay.
have a few hours left.
All right. Okay. Well, don't you worry. You will be able to continue in just 1 minute. And please, well, this was it for our conversation and for the class today. Please, if you could answer the survey
Share.
for today's class, that will be awesome. And we are going to continue on tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Let me take that picture of it. All right. Good. Okay, David. So, well, don't forget about the assignments. And today it will be available assignment from unit number 3. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Have a great night and see you tomorrow.
See you.
Goodbye.
Bye.